He chased money the way a drowning man chases air, and his name was Daniel Carter. A man who believed that once he had enough wealth, everything else would naturally fall into place. And for a long time it seemed he was. Right, promotions came, his reputation grew, people listened when he spoke, and his bank balance rose faster than his children, whom he rarely saw awake but slowly. Almost invisibly, the cost began to collect interest. First as skipped meals and sleepless nights, then as constant headaches Daniel ignored with coffee and painkillers, and finally as a permanent tightness in his chest that he dismissed as stress, because stress, he told himself, was simply the price of success. He missed birthdays with responsible-sounding excuses, anniversaries with promises to make it up later, and family dinners because this deal can't wait. Until one evening Daniel realized he no longer recognized the silence in his own house. The way his wife spoke to him politely, like a colleague, and how his children shared their lives with him as if he were a guest who would soon leave. Still, Daniel pushed forward because slowing down felt like failure, and he had built his entire identity on being the man who never failed. The man who could endure more than anyone else until his body finally refused to negotiate, collapsing one morning in the office bathroom under harsh fluorescent lights alone, his heart racing violently while his phone buzzed with unread emails. The hospital room smelled of antiseptic and regret, and as Daniel lay staring at ceiling tiles that all looked the same, he realized how small his world had become, reduced to medical charts, beeping machines, and the terrifying question of whether he would walk out of that room as the same man, or at all end. When the doctor spoke of hypertension, exhaustion, and years of neglect, the words landed heavier than any financial loss Daniel had ever faced. Co-workers visited first, talking about projects, even there. Then fewer came as days passed, until it was only his wife, Emily, sitting quietly beside the bed, not angry, not accusing, just deeply tired in a way that broke Daniel more than any argument ever could. And in that silence, he finally understood that money had given him control over many things, but had stolen his time, his health, and the version of himself that once laughed without checking the clock. Recovery was slow and humbling, marked by weakness. Daniel had never allowed himself to show by learning to walk without rushing, to eat without multitasking, to sit with his own thoughts instead of escaping them. And when he returned home, thinner, quieter, changed, he saw his life with unfamiliar clarity, the expensive things he barely used, the awards collecting dust, the empty spaces where relationships should have been earned. So Daniel began imperfectly but honestly to rebuild, saying no at work, saying yes at home, accepting that success measured only in money is a debt. The body eventually collects with interests, and though not all losses could be undone, each morning Daniel woke up breathing steadily, felt like a second chance, a reminder that wealth means little if you are too broken to live, and that sometimes the greatest profit comes not from chasing more, but from finally stopping long enough to choose what truly matters.